Hello everybody and welcome to another Mystery Box Function Challenge. In the purple mystery box there is some math and your challenge is to figure out what it is. If you'd like to try this out on your own, you can use the link in the description, and when you've got an idea, come on back and see if we get the same thing. Alright, let's go ahead and start with a 0. Okay, so we got -1/2 there. How about a 1? -2, how about a 2? 0.5, how about a 3? Kind of all over the place here. And what? That's a repeating decimal. Okay. How about a 4? Interesting. So it looks almost like we're getting two arms of a rational function, maybe? Or, well, I don't think this is trig because we haven't gotten anything that's not a whole number or decimal that repeats or terminates. So maybe somewhere right in here there's an asymptote. Let's try 1.5. Oh, so that does shoot way up. Let's try 1.4. Oh, wow, and that's very far off the graph in the negative direction. So somewhere between, I'm going to make a note of this. So I think I'm dealing with a rational function now, and there's an asymptote somewhere between 1.4 to 1.5. Interesting. Let's do some negative values. So let's see here. Put in a -1. That's 0. Let's put in, well, actually, let's put in a -1.4 as well. Oh, and that's really high on the graph. How about a -1.5? Okay, so there we're at -2. How about a -1.45? Interesting. Okay. Boy, what is going on here? Why is this point way up here and these points down here? Is there an asymptote in between there is what I'm trying to figure out. How about 1.42? It's negative. Oh, and there we're down at a -25. So I think there is an asymptote somewhere between 1.4 and 1.5, plus and minus. Interesting. So let's look at points on the other side of that. Let's do a -2. Whoops. So -2 and a -3 and a -4. All right. So a little confusing. I think we've got one arm over here that's going to approach the x-axis as an asymptote, and we've got a similar arm over here. So if it were just these two arms, it would look a lot like that plain old rational function. And then we've got this middle thing. So when we've got these two asymptotes, I think we're dealing with a quadratic, and I have a hunch about what it is. The number that stands out to me that is between 1.4 and 1.5 that comes up in these types of problems is the square root of 2. So I'm wondering if on the bottom we might have x squared minus 2. If we put the square root of 2 in, square that would be 2 to 2 minus 2 would be 0. That would blow up the function and make asymptotes there. So that's my guess about that. It's not 1.5. It's not 1.4. It's pretty close to 1.42. So I think we're in that area of the square root of 2. So that'd be my guess. And then what have we got on the top? Let's see, we can't just have x, because if we had x, if we put in 0, we'd get 0. So let's try x plus 1 first, see, and plug in numbers and see what happens. So let's put in a 1. So that would be 1 plus 1 over 1 squared minus 2. 1 plus 1 is 2. 1 squared is 1 minus 2 is negative 1. So there'd be a negative 2 at 1. Ooh, maybe we lucked into that. And if we put in a 0, let's just think about it, it would be 1 over a negative 2. That would be negative 1/2. That looks good. Huh. And what if we put in, the chart got off because I had to put in so many numbers there. Let's put in a negative 1 and see what we get. So negative 1 plus 1 over negative 1 squared plus 2. So we don't even have to worry about the bottom because the top is going to be 0. So negative 1 did give us 0 right there. I think we've got this. You could test a few more points, but I think we've probably got this. Let's go ahead and take a look. Yeah, x plus 1 over x squared minus 2. So that square root of 2, positive and negative, is our asymptote. And let's graph that thing as well. Yeah, so we've seen this shape before where you get the 3 arms, one in the middle because of this x squared term on the bottom. Well, how did that go for you? I think that was pretty challenging. Did you get the square root of 2 as the asymptote? Let me know. Thanks, everybody.